Keanu Reeves' new comic book series Berserker made a virtual appearance this year at New York Comic Con and gave us more details about the upcoming comic book series, including Keanu's idea behind the character and series, and how far along the series is coming. I break all that down and give my thoughts. Before you guys, make sure to hit that like button because liking these videos lets them know that you love them. Make sure you smash that notification bell so you miss any videos just like this one. Let's get to the video. So during the Berserker New York Comic Con panel, Keanu Reeves breaks down Berserker. He says the story takes place in the modern day and follows the character B, an 80,000-year-old demigod. We will get B's origin story and learn how he becomes a half-mortal, half-god. In modern-day America, B makes an agreement with the United States government where he, as Keanu put it, can hide his violent and compulsive nature. Reeves said that B doesn't want to be about that life anymore, so I see this very similar to how John Wick wants to be retired. So in exchange for letting him hide, the government gets to study him. Reeves said that the series will take place in the present day with flashbacks to past events that create parallel worlds that eventually will collide together in an event within the 12-issue series. Keanu also talked about how he came up with the idea for Berserker. Keanu said that he thought of Berserker and the character B as a role that he would play. While talking with John Wick director Chad Stahelski about what he had in mind for the character B, Keanu said that this idea was fun and almost hyper-violent. He wanted to have this guy who punches through someone's chest, rips an arm off, or slices someone in half, and maybe fights through multiple eras in time. He's a Viking, he's in the Roman army, he's in the Napoleonic army, he's in World War I. He's cursed to do violence and he doesn't want to, and he can't die. So I thought it was an interesting problem. He wants his mortality and he not to be compelled to do violence. He's got trauma, but he can remember everything. But he's also got memories he doesn't want to remember. He deals with his past to be in his future. While trying to give away spoilers, Keanu did give some special details about the character B. Keanu did give away a few details, including one that I'm sure most of us already can conclude, but since B is a demigod, Keanu said that it's B's father who is not immortal, which would mean that his mother has to be immortal or a god. Keanu also explained that some of the US government's possible intentions with their studies of B. He said that they're going to study him, possibly they're going to also clone him. Is B like a super soldier to them? And do they want to maybe find the key to his immortality and play with his DNA? During the panel discussions, Keanu also revealed another character from the upcoming series that we haven't yet heard about. The character's name is Diana, a scientist who works with the US government and tries to get memories from B after he comes back from his mission, where he has gone into Berserker mode. From these memories, they hope to find more information about his origin and how his immortality and abilities work. During the virtual New York Comic Con panel, I noticed there were some new variant covers for some of the issues of the Berserker series that were kind of flashed to the screen as the panel was talking. One of the new variant covers I noticed, it says variant cover number 3, I'm guessing for issue number 3, and it shows what looks like the character B shooting bullets, clearly with the face looks like Keanu Reeves, and behind him he has this kind of red backdrop with kind of like squares kind of like going, behind him like in a more 3D motion. I have not yet seen that one in all the other images I've seen of Berserker. Last month, Boom Studios launched a Kickstarter campaign for Berserker, not to raise funds to fund the comic project necessarily, but to ultimately gain readers and sales. As of October 6th, they've raised $1,447,212 from pre-orders of special edition issues and volumes of the comic series. Reeves and Boom Studios have received backlash from comic creators and fans for using Kickstarter as a way to get funds for the comic. While Boom says that it isn't for any cost towards the comic itself to be made, many who previously worked for Boom or fellow comic creators stress that they shouldn't have to use Kickstarter for any purpose since they are a large enough company with enough money already. Some suggested that they should use the money to better pay their comic creators since some previous comic creators said they were only paid $20 per inked page of a comic book that they worked on. Despite this outcry for Keanu to be cancelled and to cast a dark light on the Berserker series, those efforts seem to have done nothing to faze Reeves or his project. So when can we expect to get our hands on Berserker? Well, Keanu says they've completed issues 1 through 4 and have handed the process over to Ron Garney, who will be the artist behind Berserker. Writer Matt Kent said that the process behind writing the series really has just involved talking between himself and Keanu, and that once he found out the concept for the character B and his travels through the eras, that really got him excited and that he wanted to show all the details of the history in his travels. Keanu and Matt have said that while they have a good momentum going with 4 issues completed, they're really trying hard to keep that going. Berserker is set to release in 2021 with single issues and group volumes to be released. So the about Berserker from Keanu Reeves, are you excited? I did a first look video a while back in July and I was super excited about this. I think this is going to be a really interesting story. I really like the character B and I'm just ready to get my hands on it. Start reading it. And that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. If you want more videos like this one, make sure you hit that subscribe notification bell. And I'll see you guys next time on The Mashup.